of birth and death and rebirth, birth, death, rebirth, birth, death, rebirth, this cycle that we're all on. The moment that you realize it's all God, I'm just the vehicle through which it's happening. And when you really surrender fully and completely to that, that's when we are able to then free ourselves. There's only one way given of freeing ourselves of this cycle of birth and death and rebirth, birth, death, rebirth, birth, death, rebirth, this cycle that we're all on, like hamsters on treadmills, over and over and over again. And that one way is surrender. Only one way. So, to Prachi's question about the way to shortcut or overcome or quickly speed up this karmic journey, you can't, unfortunately. It's not like, things on your phone where you can play things at 1.5 speed or 2 speed, or you can fast forward a video at 8 times, 16 times really fast. You can't, unfortunately, do that to your karmic journey. But the moment that you realize it's all God, I'm just the vehicle through which it's happening. It's like if I sat here and I started swearing profanities and I started criticizing, condemning, like really bad stuff about a variety of different people or a variety of different religions, or just in general, really violent words, harmful words. Would you blame my microphone? Would you say, oh my God, that is like the worst, rudest microphone I've ever seen? You understand, the microphone's just relaying to you what I am speaking. Now you're hearing it from the microphone. Only Preeti and Rohan sitting here really close are actually mostly hearing it from my mouth. You're all getting it because I've got this microphone on. It's coming from the speakers. But you'd never say, my God, that is the rudest microphone I've ever seen. And in the same way, if I gave a really beautiful lecture, or if I were someone who could sing and I sang a really beautiful song, the microphone would never stand up and take a bow at the end and say, wasn't I great? Like, how about a round of applause for me as the best microphone? Because we understand, and the microphone understands. It's just a tool. I'm the one who's speaking. But actually, the truth is, I'm no more the one who's speaking than the microphone is the one who's speaking. And it's just as ignorant and wrong and in illusion for me to stand up and take a bow and say, hey, wasn't that a great speech or a great song, or as it would be for the microphone too. And that's the way out of the game, is to realize I'm an instrument. I'm an instrument in God's hands. Realize you are like the microphone. You're just the instrument. And when you really surrender fully and completely to that, that's when we are able to then free ourselves from that whole karmic game, from all of the karmic cycles. And so we surrender. But we surrender, surrender without gyan or wisdom ends up becoming just excuses, justifications. Well, I mean, it wasn't me. I'm just an instrument, right? I mean, I'm not the one who really did that. Don't blame me. Right? You hear that a lot from people who pull spiritual teachings out of context, or who read a passage but don't actually meditate on it deeply and just use it to justify how they're living. So when you realize that you're just an instrument, then all of the things that lead us to act in ways that cause harm, well, they automatically stop. Because the universe doesn't have anger or hatred or jealousy or lust or greed. So to blame something that was done out of any of those emotional states is just displacing blame ignorantly. That was not an instrument, because the universe doesn't act like that. And we know that that's true because you never see, apples knock oranges out of the tree. Right? You never see anything in nature harm anything else in nature without only the agenda of their own survival. Right? So the food chain, of course, works in a certain way that lions eat zebras. You watch those National Geographic videos and you're always rooting for the zebra. It's always like, go, 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 And the poor lion is chasing it. And for some reason, there's something in all of our hearts that just always wishes that the zebra could run faster and the lion wouldn't catch it. But ultimately, the lion also has to eat. The lion also has a family. That's also his right to have food, and the zebra happens to be the food of the lion. But nothing in nature harms anything unless it needs to for its food or for its survival. It's only the human ego and these vasanas, these aspects of our senses, our illusions, our vices, that lead us to act in ways that cause harm. So surrender leads us to being just an instrument. And you'll discover that when you're just an instrument, suddenly actions of hatred and anger and greed and jealousy and all of that, they don't flow through you, because that isn't the energy of the universe. And whenever you feel like you're about to act out of one of those things, just surrender. Just surrender to the divine. Hey, here I am, your instrument. Use me. And just find whatever mantra reminds you of that, or whatever word of the divine reminds you of that. And surrender. I'm just an instrument. Just here to be an instrument. It's the only way out of this cycle.